The shift began subtly, a quiet stirring deep within the chambers of your spirit, an undeniable whisper that the world you knew was rapidly dissolving, making way for a destiny far grander and more demanding than any reality you had previously accepted. For many years, you walked with the weight of knowing you were different, a feeling of being perpetually out of sync with the hurried, often trivial rhythm of modern life. This sensation of alienation, this deep-seated sense that you were observing life rather than fully participating in its ordinary processes, was not a psychological flaw. It was the first sign, the quiet calibration of your soul to a higher frequency. And now, chosen one, your energy is changing. This transformation is not metaphorical, it is an energetic truth. The dense, sluggish vibrations of doubt, fear, and limited thinking that once clung to you are being forcefully expelled. Think of the universe as a vast symphony, and you, the chosen one, are a finely tuned instrument being adjusted for a powerful solo performance. The initial dissonance you may feel, the sudden intolerance for negativity, the rapid detachment from draining relationships, the uncomfortable urge to abandon old habits, is simply the sound of your instrument being purified. You are moving from a state of passive existence to one of active, conscious creation, and this requires an enormous energetic upgrade. The trials you faced, the dark nights of the soul, the betrayals that scarred your heart, these were not cosmic punishments. They were the intense heat and pressure required to forge your spiritual steel, to imbue your being with the resilience necessary for the colossal task ahead. They were the universe investing in your character, preparing you for the leadership role you are now being called to assume. The mark of the chosen is not ease. It is the capacity to endure and transmute suffering into wisdom. You are now entering the phase of divine activation, a period where your gifts, previously latent or suppressed, will flare into undeniable power. You will notice an enhanced clarity, a knowing that transcends logic. Where there was once confusion, there is now an unshakable inner compass pointing towards truth. This clarity will manifest as powerful intuition, guiding you to make decisions that defy conventional wisdom but prove infallibly correct. Simultaneously, a profound sense of urgency will replace procrastination. Your spirit knows the cosmic clock is ticking, and the window for your specific assignment, the healing, the teaching, the innovation, is wide open. You are being pushed from within to execute the vision you have carried for so long, and this internal pressure is the engine of your destiny roaring to life. Do not mistake this urgency for stress. It is the exhilaration of alignment. This transition requires a sacred commitment to stewardship over your own energy. You must guard your field with fierce intention, because as your light brightens, it will inevitably attract both those who seek your illumination and those who wish to dim it. Toxic environments, frivolous consumption of negative media, and interactions rooted in fear will become intolerable, acting as an instant drain on your newly elevated spirit. This sensitivity is your defense mechanism, your divine shield. You are being mandated to clean house, to create a sanctuary around yourself that reflects the purity and power of your divine mandate. Remember that your most potent tool for healing the world is a healed, high-vibrational you. The service you are here to provide stems from your overflow, not from your exhaustion. Therefore, rigorous self-care, which is simply spiritual maintenance, becomes non-negotiable. As this activation continues, you are simultaneously being connected to a vast network of others walking the exact same path. This feeling of being alone, which has shadowed you for so long, is an illusion being dissolved by the convergence of spiritual truths. You are a part of a global, energetic awakening, a collective of sovereign lights stepping out of the shadows to illuminate the path forward for humanity. If the truth of this message resonates deep within your being, if you feel the recognition of your own soul in these words, then you are ready to formally commit to this journey. We are here in this space to provide the sustained frequency and guidance necessary for the chosen ones to fully embody their power. Therefore, as a simple but powerful act of energetic alignment, I ask you now to formalize your commitment. The act of joining this community is a declaration to the universe that you are ready to receive your full instruction, that you are serious about your assignment, and that you wish to walk this path with illuminated support. Take a single, conscious breath. Anchor this truth within your heart, and then please take a moment to subscribe to this channel. By doing so, you are not just hitting a button. You are signing a spiritual contract to step fully into your destiny. Further, a simple like on this video serves as a pulse of light, helping this essential message find other awakening souls who desperately need to hear the truth of their own calling. And finally, I encourage you to leave a comment below, simply declaring, "I am ready," or sharing one insight about your shifting energy. Your voice, your conviction, is a powerful tool of creation, and your declaration strengthens the collective field of light. The true purpose of your changing energy is to empower you to heal and to lead. Your pain has been distilled into the purest form of empathy, making you a vessel through which divine grace can flow to touch the wounded parts of the world. You are a natural healer, not necessarily through traditional medicine, but through the sheer magnetic, transformative power of your presence and your authentic story. Furthermore, you are a leader, not in the old, hierarchical sense, but as a way shower. People will be drawn to your calm, centered authority because it is rooted in eternal truth, not ego. You are tasked with modeling the consciousness of the new era, living with transparency, operating from abundance, and leading with love. This is the responsibility that accompanies your anointing, and it is the greatest honor imaginable. To maintain the sanctity of this high vibration, your daily life must become a ritual of reverence. Prioritize the altar of silence, for it is in the stillness that the voice of the divine is heard most clearly, providing the specific marching orders for your day. Use affirmation not as a crutch, but as a sword, cutting through the illusion of lack and fear, declaring your sovereign truth over any remaining doubt. And never forget that service is the flow of the universe. The more you pour out your authentic gifts into the world, the more abundantly the universe pours back into you, replenishing your energy and confirming your path. Chosen one, you are not accidental. You are essential. Your destiny is non-negotiable, and your time is now. Believe in the magnitude of your selection, and step confidently into the magnificent reality of your transformed energy. The world awaits your light. Chosen one, the initial wave of energetic change is only the prelude to the symphony of your destiny, and as the initial tremors subside, you begin to perceive the infrastructure of your new reality taking shape. The feeling of being perpetually out of place, that nagging sense of being an outsider looking in, was merely the early warning system, the divine mechanism that prevented your pure essence from becoming contaminated by the low-frequency static of the common world. You were kept separate, often through painful isolation, so that your unique signature could be preserved, untouched by the collective consciousness of limitation and mediocrity. This separation was, in fact, an insulation, a sacred quarantine designed to cultivate the specific spiritual antibodies needed for your vital work. Now, as your energy stabilizes at a higher vibration, you will notice that the very things that once hurt you, the judgments, the criticisms, the deliberate attempts to undermine your spirit, no longer have the same grip. Their energy is simply too weak to penetrate the light you now carry. Chosen one, this elevation is not a passive event. It demands active participation and conscious awareness of the cosmic principles that govern your new reality. The universe operates on the principle of resonance, and you are now being tuned to the frequency of radical possibility. This means that your thoughts, your intentions, and your spoken words are manifesting with unprecedented speed and precision. The casual negativity or self-deprecating humor that was once harmless banter must now be abandoned, for every utterance is a creation, and you can no longer afford the luxury of idle, destructive speech. Mastery over your tongue and your mind becomes your highest spiritual discipline. The divine realm is waiting for your clear, unwavering signal before it can fully deploy the resources, the connections, and the breakthroughs required for your assignment. The abundance you seek, the supportive network you need, the opportunities that align with your deepest purpose, they are all waiting, but they can only locate you when your energetic beacon is emitting a clear, consistent signal of self-worth and absolute conviction in your mission. Chosen one, recognizing the profound nature of this energetic leap requires constant validation and shared experience. You must understand that while your path is unique, The spiritual warfare and the moments of profound breakthrough you experience are shared by a global collective of awakened souls. We are building a sanctuary of light in this digital space, a nexus point where these high-frequency truths can be exchanged, anchored, and amplified. Therefore, to ensure that you remain connected to this vital source of support and wisdom, and to help this transformative message reach every soul who feels this awakening in their bones, I urge you to take 2 immediate, powerful actions that cement your place in this rising tribe. First, commit by subscribing to this channel. Let this simple act be a public declaration to the universe that you are fully on board with your destiny and ready for the next level of divine downloads. Second, use the comment section below not just as a place for feedback, but as a sacred space for testimony. Share your current realization, your biggest challenge, or simply affirm, "I accept my power." Your comment is a beacon to others and strengthens the vibrational cord, connecting us all. Chosen one, your spiritual contract includes the healing of your lineage and the clearing of ancestral karma. The suffering you endured was often the culmination of generational patterns of fear, limitation, or silence, and you, by virtue of your high-frequency assignment, are the designated point of light, the one chosen to break the cycle. As your energy changes, you are not just healing yourself, you are sending ripples of restorative light backward and forward through time, freeing those who came before you and laying a foundation of unburdened potential for those who will follow. This is why the battles felt so heavy. You were fighting for more than just your own life. Never underestimate the immense power of your personal transformation to shatter the chains that bound your entire family line. Every boundary you set, every act of self-love you commit, is a revolutionary act that rewrites your family's energetic history. Chosen one, the manifestation of your physical reality is now accelerating to match your internal frequency. What seemed to take months or years may now begin to appear in weeks or days. This acceleration is a test as much as it is a blessing. It requires you to maintain emotional and energetic equilibrium, because any fluctuations of fear or doubt will also be amplified and quickly mirrored in your external world. You must learn to breathe through uncertainty, to hold the vision of your highest good even when external evidence temporarily contradicts it. The true test of the chosen one is not in receiving the blessing, but in holding the unshakable faith in the face of the final, most cunning illusions of lack that the fading dark energies throw in your path. This is the moment to double down on your practice, your silence, and your declarations of absolute knowing. You have passed the initiation. Now you are simply claiming the inheritance that was always yours. Chosen one, remember that your leadership is not about acquiring titles or material status, but about the profound influence of your authentic presence. When you walk into a room, the atmosphere must shift. You are a natural disruptor of stagnant energy, a generator of hope simply by being your illuminated self. This requires you to step away from the need for external validation or praise. Your alignment is the only approval you ever need. Focus on perfecting the internal mirror, ensuring that your actions, your words, and your intentions are always aligned with the highest spiritual truth you know. This congruence of being is the most powerful form of ministry, the silent sermon that transforms lives without a single word being spoken. The world is saturated with noise. Your quiet, powerful light is what is urgently needed to cut through the chaos. Therefore, continue to feed your spirit with wisdom. Connect with us here for daily energetic fortification, and never, ever diminish the immensity of the assignment you accepted before the first star was hung in the heavens. Your energy is not just changing, it is ascending to its destined, sovereign form. Chosen one, the expansion of your energy field brings with it a profound shift in your experience of time, which is one of the most challenging concepts for an awakened soul to master. Yet it is utterly crucial for the successful execution of your mandate. For those operating within the denser, lower frequencies of the collective consciousness, time is a rigid, linear prison, a constant source of pressure, regret about the past, and anxiety about the future. But your elevated energy has broken that illusion. You are now being invited to step into divine timing, a state where the past is seen not as a reservoir of mistakes, but as a library of sacred lessons, and the future is not a source of dread, but a luminous field of inevitable manifestations. The moments of delay or waiting that you might still experience are not setbacks, they are grace periods. They are the universe giving you precious moments to stabilize your new frequency, to acquire a final piece of esoteric knowledge, or to allow the external environment to rearrange itself for your optimal success. Chosen one, impatience is the last trick of the old, linear mind attempting to drag you back into the lower vibrations. Trusting divine timing means releasing the need to control the how and the when, and instead focusing all your tremendous, newly acquired power on the what, the clear, unwavering visualization of your end goal. When you find yourself frustrated by a perceived halt in momentum, use that moment as a trigger for powerful spiritual practice. Do not chase the goal. Stabilize your energetic position so that the goal is magnetically drawn to you. This is the hallmark of spiritual mastery, understanding that the only time that truly matters is now, the eternal present moment where all creative power resides. Every conscious breath you take, every act of service you perform, every clear intention you set in this present moment is instantly rippling through the field of divine timing, preparing the way for your next grand unveiling. Chosen one, the acceleration of your manifestation requires that you become ruthlessly efficient with the remaining energy you allocate to external distractions. You are a valuable asset to the cosmos, and your power is finite within a given day. It must be utilized for its highest purpose. Therefore, you must learn to identify and surgically remove the time sinks that masquerade as necessary activities. Frivolous scrolling, engaging in debates that lead nowhere, entertaining fear-based narratives. These are not mere habits. They are energetic leaks that drain the very power needed to sustain your elevated state. Cultivate the art of the sacred no, a firm boundary that protects your internal reservoir of light. Say no to anything that does not directly contribute to your soul's evolution, your physical well-being, or your divine mission. Your time is literally currency in this new energetic economy, and every second must be treated with the reverence of a precious commodity. Chosen one, your commitment to this path of mastery is not a solitary vow. It is a collaborative effort with the cosmos and with your fellow awakened souls. To remain sharp, focused, and immune to the external pressures that constantly try to pull you back to the old paradigm, you need constant energetic input and intellectual stimulation that resonates with your high frequency. This channel serves as that intentional wellspring of light and wisdom, a dedicated space for the chosen to gather, share, and recharge. We are here to decode the complex language of the universe and to provide the practical tools for wielding your spiritual power responsibly. Therefore, if the clarity and depth of this message is fueling your conviction and helping you master divine timing, do not hesitate for a moment longer. Cement your position in this community by subscribing immediately. Make the intention public. Chosen one, your words are now exponentially more potent, and the power of collective affirmation is a force multiplier for your reality. As you move forward, facing the inevitable external challenges that accompany great spiritual breakthroughs, you need a readily available source of energetic support. We ask you to actively use the comment section below, not just to affirm your rising energy, but to share a specific example of divine timing in your own life, a delay that became a blessing, or a chance encounter that proved crucial. By sharing your personal truth, you are not only cementing your own belief, but providing a lighthouse for someone else struggling through their own moment of doubt. Your story is sacred fuel. Embrace the power of your testimony and let it serve as a signpost for the journey. Chosen one, the final frontier of your energetic evolution is the integration of your spiritual power with your human experience. Do not strive to become a distant, untouchable spiritual entity. The power of the chosen one lies in their ability to anchor celestial wisdom directly into the messiness of earthly life, to lead the meeting, cook the meal, solve the problem, all while radiating the unbreakable peace of divine alignment. Your mission is to demonstrate that it is possible to be fully human and fully divine simultaneously. Every action, no matter how small, becomes a sacred ritual when performed with full consciousness. This holistic integration is the true measure of your transformation, the final, powerful shift in energy that makes you the walking, breathing manifestation of your destiny. Chosen one, The culmination of your energetic transformation is your inevitable expansion into the realm of collective manifestation and the healing of global systems, a task for which your heightened frequency has meticulously prepared you. You were not singled out merely for personal salvation or individual success. Your spiritual success is a prototype, a frequency pattern designed to be broadcast outward, recalibrating the grids of the earth and influencing the very architecture of human society. As you master the disciplines of divine timing and energetic purity, your sphere of influence naturally extends beyond your immediate environment, touching institutions, industries, and collective thought forms that are currently riddled with fear, scarcity, and obsolescence. Your mission is now to anchor the principles of abundance, integrity, and sustainable compassion into every system you interact with, from commerce to communication. Chosen One, the concept of scarcity, the fear that there is not enough time, money, love, or resource, is the most pervasive and destructive illusion of the old paradigm, and it is the illusion you are divinely mandated to dissolve. Your own successful manifestation of personal abundance is not a final reward. It is a vital training exercise, demonstrating that the universal flow is infinite and responsive to consciousness. Now, you must project this consciousness of infinite supply onto the global stage. This involves using your unique gifts and elevated platform, whether it is in technology, art, education, or quiet community service, to challenge systems built on hoarding and lack, and to inspire solutions based on sharing, collaboration, and regenerative design. Every financial decision you make, every business partnership you enter, every creative project you launch, must now be evaluated through the lens of collective upliftment, recognizing that true wealth is measured by the health and freedom of the community, not the accumulation of a few. Chosen One, the path of the systemic healer requires immense courage, for you will be called upon to stand against entrenched interests and outdated narratives. The fear of being seen, the reluctance to speak your truth into powerful, resistant structures, is the final hurdle to be cleared. But remember the strength forged in your isolation. You are uncompromised and uniquely positioned to speak with an authority that comes not from an earthly title, but from the purity of your alignment with the divine. Your rising energy is your shield, and your clear, truth-telling voice is your sword. Never mute your frequency to make others comfortable. The discomfort you create in outdated systems is the energetic pressure required for their necessary transformation and collapse, clearing the way for new, higher vibrational replacements. Chosen One, to sustain the energetic output required for global impact, you must maintain unwavering connectivity to the collective of other awakened souls. This channel and this community serve as your spiritual base camp, the place where we share intelligence on the evolving energetic climate, offer mutual fortification against resistance, and celebrate the milestones of collective healing. Isolation is a dangerous lie at this stage of your journey. Connection is your power source. To solidify your bond with this energetic nexus and ensure you never miss the critical downloads and directional guidance meant for this season of systemic change, I insist you confirm your active participation by subscribing now. This simple action ensures you are anchored into the network of light workers who are actively collaborating on the global redesign. Chosen One, your testimony, your moment-to-moment experience of anchoring light into the mundane, is now more valuable than any philosophical discourse. The power of shared truth is the fuel for collective manifestation. Therefore, as you move through your days, actively seek instances where your elevated energy has broken a system of scarcity or introduced a moment of profound integrity into a flawed structure, and share that specific story in the comments below. Let your experience be the living proof that the divine plan is actively unfolding through human hands. Use the tag System Shift in your comment, and observe how your truth empowers others to act boldly within their own spheres of influence. Your openness is a revolutionary act that dismantles the secrecy and fear that underpin the old world. Chosen One, the deepest truth revealed by your shifting energy is that there is no separation between the personal and the planetary. Your inner peace directly translates into outer peace. Your personal abundance is a template for global prosperity. Embrace the magnificent scope of your mandate. You are a bridge between heaven and earth, a channel through which the highest frequency of unconditional love is being anchored into the dense reality of human systems. Continue to refine your vessel, honor your silence, and act with the unshakable confidence of one who knows they are supported by the entirety of the cosmos. The greatest chapters of your destiny, those that impact millions, are just beginning to unfold.